New York Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson got pretty honest about his rehab from his injury last year, missing games for the first time in his career, and learning that Geno Smith got traded to the team and reaching out to his former Ohio State teammate who played with him, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Some great clips from that conversation. We'll talk about it from the Jets official podcast. Boy Green Daily starts now.
Oh my gosh, it's morphin' time. To me, talking New York Jets is my superpower. Boy Green Daily starts now. Wow! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily.
It's not just football, man.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teamwork, Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go!
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, which also happens to be available wherever you get your podcasts. That podcast version is available on the Believe Network, B-L-E-A-V, wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, perhaps. Make sure you guys rate and review Boy Green Daily on all those podcast platforms. We'd love to hear your feedback. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, baby. And also for the people that rewatch the show later on YouTube, we appreciate you. First, of course, congratulations to the New York Knicks. Wow, feisty, back and forth. Jalen Brunson getting injured, fighting back in. Overcoming that third quarter deficit, like it was like 14 points. Spurs were up. The Knicks were up early. They punched the Knicks in them. The Knicks punched the Spurs in the mouth, excuse me, at the beginning of that game. Then you have that third quarter rally. Then it's tied again. Like, oh my goodness. That was just as a casual basketball fan, that was incredibly fun. And I'm sure super fun for those Knicks fans. Lou B sent me a thing on Instagram of them partying it up at the watch parties. That's awesome. So congrats to Knicks fans. 3 wins away, baby, from your first NBA championship since 1973. Enjoy. Also, I don't want to jinx it, but I think we should have fixed the Wi-Fi issues yesterday. I was on the phone all day with those damn people, upgraded to the highest possible internet provider, moved the friggin' box to a different part of the house. I did everything. I did every witch dance that exists. So the Wi-Fi situation should all be fixed. So hopefully we never have any of those issues ever again. Now, let's get into it, folks. First off, like the video if you're coming on in here on YouTube. Hit subscribe. Appreciate you. And this is a conversation, quite frankly, I've been wanting to get to for days. Garrett Wilson, New York Jets wide receiver, joined the official Jets podcast with senior reporter Eric Allen and former Jets wide receiver Quincy Enunwa. And they were just talking about a variety of things. It's like a 25-minute conversation. I highly recommend watching the whole thing or listening wherever you get your podcast, also available. And there was just some fascinating comments from Garrett Wilson. And it just, especially on the injuries, Garrett Wilson had never been injured before. He had appeared in 51 of 51 games through the first 3 years of his career last year. He missed 10 games, the first 10 games missed of his NFL career. And Garrett Wilson got incredibly candid about that time being injured and how he took advantage of it, how he didn't like it, and he never wants it to happen again. Let's start off with that clip. Again, this is from the official Jets podcast with Eric Allen and Quincy Enunwa, and they're talking to Garrett Wilson in the Jets studios. Let's roll the footage.
The first time missing time as an NFL player, as a player in general, right? Yeah. So can you speak a little bit to like how hard it is just kind of come back, but also how excited you are to get back out there with the guys?
I mean, it definitely turns it up a notch as far as the offseason and the way you look at it. All of a sudden you approach the offseason with a different mindset because you already kind of had that time to get your body right, and it's less about focusing on recovery and stuff like that, and it's more about, okay, where was my deficiencies, where can I attack this offseason and get stronger so that what happened doesn't happen again, because like you said, that's not something I was used to, and you know, initially it was just different for me. All of a sudden I had to, you know, go into the film room and be like, all right, I'm not playing this week. You know, it's just weird. And I really couldn't explain it that well because it was my first time doing it, right? So I ain't like it, you know, and for me, not liking it, I couldn't just let that be the end of it. It was like, all right, I got to get something out of this. So I had to change my approach on the way I was going to meetings. What am I going to get out of this knowing I'm not playing that week? But how can it help me for when I am back out there? And yeah, that was kind of the mindset, you know, once I did have that injury.
What were Sundays like? Because in each of your first 3 seasons, you played all 17 games.
Yeah,
and, man, you are the ultimate competitor.
No.
I mean, you got the smile off the field, but when you're on the field,
No doubt.
yeah, right.
No doubt. I mean, it was just, honestly, it sounds so simple, but it was just weird, man. I just really didn't know how to feel. Sundays were my only days off this past season, with it being my therapy, you know. So all of a sudden the people I was working with to get back right were focused on the team. It's Sunday. So all week I would work. Sunday was my day off, right? And it was when the guys played. So it didn't feel like a day off. It was like, let's go. So I just wanted to be as engaged as possible, man, and help the guys with what they needed. You know, at the time when I got hurt, we hadn't got our first win yet. So it was like, all right, you know, how do I make sure that I can try and play whatever part I can in helping our guys get over that hump and helping us get over that hump, you know? And that was really it, man. Sundays were weird, but it was just like change your approach, change the way you look at it, and still help the team, find a way to help the team. And then when the game started, you know, I got to watch it from a bird's eye view, man. It was cool. You know, I never really had seen NFL games like that. I'd never been to an NFL game besides the ones I've played in. So it's like, it was fire as far as watching the game. I was like, man, those are my guys down there doing it. It was cool. You got a bird's eye view. I knew what plays were coming in a way. I'm like, they lining up in this formation. It was different, man. And I by the end of it, I was like, I kind of found a way to see the game, and to where I appreciated what I was going to get out of that time being out, you know, and so I could be that much better now.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's interesting for Garrett. I never considered that, right? Garrett says, yeah, it's the first NFL game I've ever been at that I wasn't playing. And I went, wow. You know, now there's some like Andre Sisco, him and his family were like season ticket holders for the Jets. So he had gone to games as a fan, which is interesting. But Garrett's like, yeah, I've never been. But I love just how he took advantage, seemingly, I guess we'll see on the field, but he took advantage of his opportunities when he wasn't on the field. They said, okay, I'm coming into this film room right now. I know I'm not playing this week, but what can I get out of this that will help me when I do get back on the field? And hopefully Garrett Wilson doesn't miss any games ever again. And I said it before the season that just happened, and I didn't mean it as a jinx, and I don't think it was. But sometimes we take things for granted in our lives. This could be a philosophical, deeper meaning thing, but certainly on the Jets roster, Garrett Wilson had never missed a game through his first 3 years. That's incredible. The NFL game is an incredibly violent sport, man. People get hurt all the time. It is intense, physical, especially receivers come across the middle. Not quite what it used to be in the early 2000s, but, you know, it's physical. It's violent. And a lot of us took it for granted. I didn't. I tried to save it like, wow, Garrett all 17 again. Wow, Garrett all 17 again. Like, no, I tried to, you know, embrace every moment. But I know some of us out there in the audience, and sometimes you don't know what you're missing until it's gone. And Garrett Wilson was gone for 10 games last year. And that put a harsh spotlight on the Jets receiver room, clearly. And, man, he's just a winner, man. He's just a winner. He's just a winner. And a couple of things here. First off, Stack87 says, don't be dumb, hit the thumb, baby. Yeah, that's we got to put that on a t-shirt. Like that, Stack87. Like the video if you're watching the show here on YouTube. Appreciate you. Lou B, Super Jets fan, says, who will be the Jets, Brunson? One man can change it all. Now, maybe it's weird to say it for a wide receiver. I think Garrett Wilson could be that guy. And I know he's been here the last couple of years, but like Jalen didn't just win immediately. It was a slow burn. You had to help with the culture, and they did different iterations of the team with Julius Randle, and you know, you had all these different versions of the last bunch of years in the Thibodeau era, and then now, you know, with Mike Brown, and they've been able to change. I think Garrett Wilson just sort of has that infectious energy that is palpable. The team's getting better around him. I think that's going to raise his level. We'll get into some other receiver stuff here, and there's another Garrett Wilson clip I want to play. But I think Garrett Wilson could be that guy. And maybe there's another guy, to your point, Luby, that hasn't been selected yet that's still out there. Maybe it's the 2027 NFL draft. I don't know. We'll see. Look at this. NC Green says, BG, a 5-pack for a Knicks win. Let's open a fresh 5-pack here on the show. NC Green gifting 5 Boy Green Coffee Club memberships here on YouTube. Now, NC Green, baby. Yes, sir. You are up to 10 raffle tickets. You're now tied for the lead with our boy Cisco Lopez for first place in our contest. Thank you very much, NC Green. Every time 5 memberships or more are gifted, we must celebrate. And let's do it. Yeah, there you go. That's the spirit. And how about some of this?
Kevin James. I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Thank you, NC Green. Appreciate you, buddy. A 5-pack. Celebrate that Knicks win, baby. Hey, I'm giving credit where credit is due. That's for sure. Here are the 5 new members to Boy Green Coffee Club: Monkey DeBoozy, Stephen Hendel, Jay, Alfredo, Gary Del Filippis. You guys are all now members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Let's go. Appreciate you, NC Green. Thank you, brother. Go New York, go New York, go. Hey, to steal game 1, I don't know if I'm not a Knicks fan, but I don't know if Knicks fans feel this way, but Lisa Salter said it at the end. You know, they normally tell the road team, because it's a 2-2-1-1-1 series in the NBA Finals. Spurs have the first 2 at home, Knicks have the next 2 at home, and then you alternate 5, 6, 7. And in theory, what you want to do is win at least one on the road, you know, for the Knicks. And they did that. Boom, done, check. They won game 1 in San Antonio to beat the Spurs. And in theory, in game 2, you're playing with house money because the pressure's on the Spurs. They have to even the series before it goes to New York, or else all of a sudden the Knicks could sweep it. Now, I'm not trying to put that out in the universe. That's up to the gods to determine. But if you win both in San Antonio, there is a world where you can end it in Madison Square Garden. There's an opportunity to do so. So, yeah, all the pressure's on the Spurs, which hopefully is good. And here's the other thing. If you're a Knicks fan, everyone didn't play great. Like, Brunson didn't, like, he was really good. I'm not trying to denigrate Jalen Brunson, but he said it in his post-game interview too. Like, he started heating up later. Then he got hurt. He was sort of, banged up there. And it wasn't a perfect performance from the Knicks, and they still found a way to win. If I'm a Knicks fan, that's revving my engine. I'm like, ooh, we didn't even play our best and we won. Spurs, you're in trouble, baby. They're on the ropes. You just punched it. It's a boxing match, and you just slugged them. All of a sudden, they're wobbly. They're like, whoa, mama, what just happened here? And you survived those runs in San Antonio, that atmosphere. Poof. Oh, it's going to be, at least in game 3, it's going to be 1-1. But maybe it's 2-0. And oh, my goodness, the atmosphere at Madison Square Garden is going to be absolutely nuts, I imagine. So, yeah, they didn't even play as great as they could, and they won. That's going to be pretty good. Big salute to Josh Hart as well out there in the audience. A lot of people giving Josh Hart love, and for good reason. Big salute to Josh Hart, excuse me. All right, let's get another Garrett Wilson clip in here and keep those memberships flowing, baby. We have some great raffle ticket prizes. We'll get into all that here in a little bit. Now, it's fun. You'll hear it when EA is introducing this first question, but he's like, hey, Garrett, you've got another quarterback. Like, what a weird way to say that, although he has had many quarterbacks. But the Jets, as we all know, traded for Geno Smith in March, brought him back after he spent the first 4 years of his career here, and he's the quarterback. And Garrett Wilson will explain that after Geno Smith got traded to the Jets, the first thing he did was called his former Ohio State teammate, Jackson Smith-Njigba, who spent 2 years with Geno Smith, interestingly. So, let's go to that clip.
Another new quarterback in Geno Smith. Your reaction when you heard the Jets had acquired him, and what's the relationship been like early on?
Yeah, man. When I heard we signed Geno, initially for me it was like immediately let me hit my dog, Jax, who had played with him for 2 years out in Seattle and had a lot of good insight. And man, he just loved Geno, spoke so highly of him. So all of a sudden I'm pumped, I'm excited. And then once I got to meet the guy, which would have been a month ago now, start of mid-April. I mean, I had constructed this view of him in my head, like of how he was going to be, and it was cool, right? I couldn't wait to meet him based off what I had constructed in my head. But then I met him, and he blew that out the water, man. This dude is just super smart. Like as far as being able to digest info that coach is giving out, to the point where I thought we were learning what Geno had ran in previous years by the way he was able to verbalize it to us in the meeting room. The cadence, stuff like that, man. It's if you don't know, it's just like, oh yeah, that's what he's supposed to do. But me seeing other guys that have had to come in and do that type of stuff, man, he handled it like the best I've seen. And then not to mention, once we got to go out and throw, it's friendly, man. The ball's friendly.
Q and I were talking about that. Can I just interrupt you real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I love hearing this, right? Because I played with Geno. My rookie year was Geno's second year. So we did a lot of working out.
No doubt.
It's cool to see that it's still the same guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, he really puts in the work off the field, but then on the field, man, that ball is like.
But the ball
you're not
friendly,
even worried
yeah.
about it.
No,
right?
it's so friendly, man.
It's just not even a situation where you're worried about your fingers.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. And when you play with a lot of guys, you start to notice like things like that, right? So Geno, and in his defense, like he don't play with a lot of guys, a lot of different receivers. I know he trained in Florida and he just out there. Any receiver that show up can come and get it. That's how he wired. And with that, you get an ability to just, it's not as much of. I don't know how to exactly put this, but you understand how different receivers get out of their breaks, what speed they're going to be at when they come out of the break, and you're able to throw an accurate ball no matter who's.
He's got more variety, so it's not like he's looking at the same receiver every time. He knows, like, okay, this guy might look like this guy, so I can throw it like
Damn
that.
right. If you got a guy that ran a 4.7 and a 4.4 in line, both the balls going to be right in front, which sounds simple, right?
Yeah.
No. But it's not. And man. So I'm excited. We're building something right now. Every day we're trying to chop, and like today, like we weren't able to connect today, but the way we talk to each other, like, hey, we're gonna make up for it tomorrow, right? So just being able to have convos like that with Geno and really get to know him, and not to mention he's been doing this for 10, 12 years, which is like, man, what can I learn from a guy like this? What can I pick up from a guy that's done it in different organizations, different teams, different coaches, and is still doing it at a high level. So it's cool, man. I look at it as a great opportunity, and I'm excited to get to know him more.
Yeah, there he is, Garrett Wilson on the Jets official podcast with Eric Allen and Quincy Enunwa. And, man, all of that is exciting. It's exciting to hear from Garrett. It's great to see that infectious smile. It's great to see his playmaking ability out there in OTAs and eventually here in mandatory minicamp. Garrett's our guy, man. Proud, very proud to have Garrett Wilson on this roster, on this team, and great to have him back. And it brings us to this as we're talking Garrett Wilson here on the program. We could work a little bit of this in here. Is the Drake London got paid? I'm sure you guys saw it. Let me throw this up from Adam Schefter. Drake London is now the third highest paid wide receiver in football. Good Lord have mercy. $35.25 million, $100 million guaranteed, $150 million contract. You have Jackson Smith and Jigba, the highest paid wide receiver in football, $42.15 million per year. You have Jamar Chase, number 2, $40.25 million per year. You have Drake London now, who just got his brand new deal, $35.25 million. He's third highest. You have Justin Jefferson, fourth highest at $35 million. And then you have CeeDee Lamb at $34 million. And some of you may be going, where the hell is Garrett Wilson? Well, glad he asked. There's another receiver outside of this top 5 that's also ahead of Garrett Wilson. That is DK Metcalf, who's at $32.99 million. So Garrett Wilson is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is the 7th highest paid wide receiver in football right now, at $32.5 million per year. We've said this before. 100%. Taylor Sterling, you just said it here. Darren Muji is looking better and better. Certainly on that Garrett Wilson deal, there's no question about that. For Muji, a lot of Jet fans are high on Muji. They should be the Muj. Okay, that's all great. He has to hit on quarterback. He hits on quarterback, we'll build him a statue. He doesn't hit on quarterback, well, he's not going to be here long. That's just the point blank truth. But yes. Yo Holmes says, I said it when he signed. In 3 years, Garrett's deal will be a total bargain, and it certainly looks the case. So we had Hop on Pop complaining about that Garrett Wilson deal. So he is 7th right now on the highest paid list. But there is something, and whoa, NC Green said CD is the most overrated wide receiver. I don't know about all that. I'm looking at the CD stats. He has had some incredible seasons. So I'm not sure if I'm in that camp with you. I love CD Lamb, one of my favorites in the NFL. So not sure on that one, NC Green, but appreciate the comment. But I would say that there is something that these 5 names on your screen, and if you're listening audio only, these 5 names and DK Metcalf, who's not listed, there's something those 6 receivers in front of Garrett Wilson on the APY list that they have done that Garrett Wilson hasn't. And that is record at least one 1,200-plus yard receiving season. Garrett Wilson has never done that in the National Football League. So let's go piece by piece, okay, through these receivers. So DK Metcalf is above Garrett Wilson on the list. He has had a 1,300-yard receiving season. Garrett Wilson's never had that. Also, DK Metcalf has had 2 double-digit touchdown seasons. We've not seen that yet from Garrett Wilson. So DK Metcalf has checked that off the bucket list. Let's go to another receiver that's above them on the list. Drake London, who just surpassed Garrett Wilson in terms of contract. He has a 1,200-yard receiving season, nearly 1,300-yard. He has 1,000-yard season across his 4 years, so take that for what you will. But he has a 1,200-yard season in there. Garrett Wilson has never done that. Let's go. His former Ohio State teammate, Jackson Smith and Jigba, a 1,700-yard receiving and double-digit touchdowns and 119 catches. I mean, good Lord. JSN. Okay. JSN has done it. Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase a freak, and he's had Joe Burrow too. He's had a 1,400-yard season, a 1,700-yard season, a 1,400-yard season, a 1,200-yard season. He's had 17 touchdowns, 13 touchdowns. Obviously, Jamar Chase has checked that off the bucket list several times. Justin Jefferson, 1,800-yard season, 1,400-yard season, 1,600-yard season, 1,500-yard season, 10 touchdowns. He's had double-digit touchdown seasons. Then we go to CD Lamb, who NC Green was just calling out, whoa, what the hell's going on over there? He's had 1,700-yard season, 1,300-yard season, 12 touchdown season, 135 catch season. Like he's had video game numbers. Now, I understand as I'm going through this, as I'm talking about it, that some of you may say, well, I mean, look at the quarterbacks for some of these teams, Dak Prescott or Joe Burrow or what have you. And that's all true. But the eye in the sky says, hey, man, whatever the excuse is, he has not been able to do it. So the question is, can Garrett Wilson get to that next level? That's what I'm waiting for. And I'm not blaming Garrett Wilson. I'm not. I think he's unfortunately been the product of terrible quarterback play. I mean, EA even said it in that question he just said. Another quarterback like DJ Khaled. Another one. He's true. It's correct. From Tim Boyle to Chris Strevler, with all due respect, we just had Chris on the show a couple weeks ago, but Zach Wilson, Mike White, Aaron Rodgers, now Geno Smith gets Joe Flacco. Geno Smith gets added to this list. Can Geno take Garrett Wilson to that next level? That's the last piece of the puzzle here for Garrett in my mind. You're right now the 7th highest paid receiver in football. The 6 guys in front of you on the list have all done something you haven't. Whether it's a double-digit touchdown season or a 1,200-plus yard season or 1,300-yard, 14, 15, 16, 17, they've reached that elite level of production. Can Garrett Wilson reach an elite level of production? If he can, that Muji deal is going to look even better and better. Now, Garrett's been incredibly consistent. He had the 80 catches and 1,000 yards. He was one of only 5 receivers in NFL history to keep checking that off the bucket list through the first 3 years of their career. So, again, there's a consistency with Garrett, which I love. But Garrett doesn't get he is the 7th highest paid receiver in football, but there's other people and other fan bases that eye roll at Garrett Wilson being 7th highest paid. Like, they think he's overpaid. That's what a lot of people say. So, I want Garrett Wilson to shut those people up. I want Garrett Wilson to have the year that I think we all know is underneath the surface for Garrett Wilson. He just hasn't had the chance to show it. And I did an article 2 months ago or something, shortly after Geno Smith got traded. And I said, well, let me look at Geno Smith's history. So he became a full-time starter again in 2022. There was 3 years in Seattle and then 1 year in Vegas last year. And I said, let me look at target share for his pass catchers in years that he was the starting quarterback. Like, how did he spread the ball? Was he able to feed multiple receivers? Like, what did it all look like? And he did. In his first year as a full-time starter, 2022, it was DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett both getting over 1,000 yards. So he has consistently proven that he can feed a target monster if there is one on that team. And even if there isn't, he makes one. So Geno Smith should be able to provide competent quarterback play for the Jets and thus give Garrett Wilson perhaps the best season he's ever had in his career. And I've said this, I've beaten this like a dead horse. So if you guys are annoyed at this, well, sorry. But that's what I want to see from Garrett. What do I want to see from Garrett? 1,200 yards, 1,300 yards, 1,400 yards, 1,500, and double-digit touchdowns. Let's get him involved in the red zone. Let's get that chemistry that Geno Smith or Garrett Wilson said about Geno Smith that they're building in OTAs right now. Let's go. Extra workouts that they were doing on their own. Phenomenal. Great. Let's go. Because Garrett Wilson deserves to be talked about in those realms if he can deliver those kinds of seasons. And I think, like I said, I think a lot of us believe that Garrett can do that. He just needs a quarterback to get him the ball. And let's go. Sounds like Frank Reich, they're going to feed him. The more weapons on offense should give Garrett Wilson more opportunities. Now, my guess is if I'm Tennessee Titans, week 1, and Robert Shaw was here for Garrett Wilson, of course, I'm double teaming the bleep out of Garrett Wilson, and I'm making Omar Cooper Jr. beat me. I'm making Kenyon Sadiq beat me. I'm making Mason Taylor beat me. Maybe I'm making Breece Hall beat me because Robert Shaw had that one quote where he questioned Breece Hall's toughness. Maybe that's some motivation, saying he doesn't believe he's a north-south. Like, he needs to see it. He was, like, challenging Breece. But it could be used as bulletin board material of, like, he's not a north-south runner. He needs to get nasty. He needs to get dirty. He needs to, like, be willing to plant his foot in the ground and go. There was a couple of years ago when he was a head coach. A lot of people raised their eyebrows when he made that comment. But, like, if I'm Tennessee, if I'm Green Bay, if I'm Detroit, if I'm Chicago, if I'm Cleveland, if I'm New England, our first 6 opponents on the schedule, I am forcing someone else not named Garrett Wilson to beat me. Now, that's the gamble if you're the Jets. You are betting that, okay, double Garrett. If that's what you want to do, fine. You want to try to remove our guy, even though I would say, look at like Megatron. You don't think he was double team or triple team during his career? Like, you just find a way to get your best player the ball. So I wouldn't say, Garrett's doubled. I guess we can never get him the ball again. But I am saying there should be more advantageous opportunities for other pass catchers on the field that they should be able to take advantage. And if those guys do take advantage, if Omar Cooper Jr., Adonai Mitchell, who I didn't mention, Kenyon Sadiq, Mason Taylor, Breece Hall, if some of those guys start making defenses pay, then the defense got to go, crap, we can't double team Garrett anymore. We got to spread the love, which then, boom, you should be able to go back to that Garrett Wilson well. That's in theory. That's the talent. When you improve the talent around the rest of the team, that's what you got to hope for. Sweet baby Jesus with the Jets. Jets. Yes, I appreciate you, sweet baby Jesus. Jets, Jets. Let's go Knicks. Yeah, go New York, go. All the love in the world to New York Knicks fans. Terrific. Jojo says, Knicks need game 2 to break the Spurs' confidence. Young team, easy break. I believe you've already broken their confidence with game 1. Of course, Knicks fans, you should be greedy and want game 2 as well. But I think you've already smacked them in the face with game 1. We'll see. Craig McCann says Omar Cooper will break through. He's tough. Yeah, he's a tough son of a gun. He doesn't go down on first contact. You'd love to see that in his college tape. And he seems to be building nice chemistry with Geno Smith. So, yeah, Omar, he's a rookie, so I don't know what to expect. Some rookies pop immediately. Some need more time. So I'm not sure what expectations are. We won't know till we get to the season, but I hope we get like some Omar surprises. I did see that, Taylor Sterling. He says, Salah got rid of seed oils in the building. Watch out. Yeah, that was a story. That was a story. Unbelievable. Luby Super Jet fan says, draft night was the last Knicks loss. I remember Jake told me that. He told me that on the podcast. We did an interview yesterday for the Man Child Show interview. And yeah, he said that. I was like, that's nuts. Max says, could those wide receivers get the Wilson numbers with the quarterbacks he's had? It's an interesting reverse question for sure. Could they have had that same success in those less than ideal situations? We'll never know, but that's an interesting what if. But yes, Taylor, like if this was the stat line for Garrett Wilson, I would be absolutely thrilled. And it's a comment on YouTube here from Taylor Sterling who says 1,200 yards, 100 catches, 10 touchdowns. I would absolutely love if if we fast forward a year from now and they said, hey, what happened to the 2026 season? Someone told me those were the numbers. I would be elated. I'd be over the moon. That'd be terrific. And I've seen some people go up on other numbers like 1,100 yards, but 14 touchdowns, or 1,100 yards, but 80 catches. But like, this is the perfect stat line right here that I would take right now. If like the devil said, hey, do you want to sign something right now? And Garrett, like it could, if you just let it play out, it could be better. It could be worse, or you could have this. I would sign up for this right this very second. Yes, I think that's the next level for Garrett Wilson in my mind. Of course, it's the comeback. How does he come back from his injury? It sounds like he's saying all the right things, of course. But that's what I want to see from Garrett. That's what I want to see. Yo, Holmes, interesting comment here. Jojo with nailed it. I'll have to see what Jojo's comment was here in a second. But everyone's sleeping on Cooper, who is a dog. Cooper had more production than Sadiq year one. Book it. Interesting. That will be interesting to see. There's a lot of mouths to feed, which I've never said in my life for a Jets offense before, but yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I'll have to see what JoJo said about this in a second. Danger Zone, hit the like button. Appreciate that, Danger. Yeah, we've got nearly 200 people in the room, including 100 of those 200 watching on YouTube right now. Make sure you guys like the video here. Appreciate you. And here, liking the video is free. Hitting subscribe is free. We're a few subscribers away from 8,670, which is amazing. Thank you, everybody, for all the support. I love doing this Jet Show every day. I'll give you another update here in a second on weight loss and all that jazz. But let me throw this up for our raffle prizes this month. Yes, the raffle prizes. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. This is one of our, in my opinion, one of my favorite raffle prizes we've ever put together. And if you are new to this channel, well, hello. How you doing? It's great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. Well, every month on this channel, I do a raffle. And to be eligible for said raffle, all you have to do is spend $3 on the channel. If you're in the comment section on YouTube right now, a few notches over is a little money sign emoji. You click that, and all these options pop up. Do you want a super sticker? You want a super chat where you can send in a question or comment, or you have a topic you want me to talk about on the show? You can super chat that in. Celebrate a Knicks win. You can do that as you were. Or you could give channel memberships. NC Green did that earlier. So it randomly is assigned to other members of the audience. Or if you're watching on YouTube, hit that join button right there. Hit the Boy Green Coffee Club or the Boy Green Espresso Club. Boy Green Espresso Club members get some exclusive videos. Like last night, I finished a workout. I was talking to you guys about the weight loss journey. So we had that exclusive video. I have another one planned for today about a football job I was considering taking. Getting back into football, which would have been on top of all my other jobs. So I'll do that one for an Espresso Club. Those are YouTube shorts that only you guys see. We'll have at the end of every month an Espresso Club meeting, which normally goes 4 or 5 hours, where we talk about anything and everything you guys want. We could get deep on the Jets. We could get into careers and all kinds of other weird stuff, from criminal, sci-fi and true crime and everything else. That's all available. So that's a Boy Green Espresso Club. That's $5.99 a month. We have about just under 40 members in the Espresso Club, which I'm super proud and happy for. So thank you, everybody who supports that venture. And then the Coffee Club, of course, baby, get early access to videos. We're working on some big guests coming up this summer that I hope you guys truly appreciate it. To bring them on to talk Jets, we've had Bucky Brooks on. We've had Mike Greenberg on several times. We've had RG3 on. We've had players on, past and present, and maybe more Super Bowl III players could be coming up here in the near future, thanks to Bob Lederer. We'll keep you posted on that. There's something cooking behind the scenes. So anywho, I do a raffle on the channel. It's $3 to get involved. The more raffle tickets you buy, the better your odds are. $3, one raffle ticket, $6, two, and it goes on and on and on. And here are the items for this month. So I'm giving away, first off, 2 tickets to the Gang Green Beach Club event. If you haven't heard about it, it's an event coming up on Saturday, July 11th in Atlantic City at the HQ2 Beach Club, the Ocean Casino Resort. This is going to be a pre-training camp party for Jet fans. We're all going to come together and celebrate and have a good time. And the celebrity guest list is quite impressive. It has several members of the beat, from Rich Samini to Connor Hughes, who is now a new dad. Dad again. He had a second child with his wife. Zach Rosenblatt, Will Parkinson, a bunch of the Badlands people, Jets X Factor people, Boy Green, yours truly is going to be there. It's going to be a great event. So there's the long list of people. A lot of great people are going to be there. It's, again, Saturday, July 11th. If you want to buy tickets, go to ganggreenbeachclub.com. They're $25 a pop to go. You do not have to stay at the Ocean Casino Resort or any casino resort or hotel in the area. You could come for the day if you'd like. The party starts at 12 and then ends at 6, 21 and over. No jeans, no open-toed shoes, but it's a beach party, so tank tops, shorts, whatever you want to wear from that perspective is fine. Make sure it's green and white. Wear your Jets, baby. Wear your Jets proudly. So if you want more information on the event, go to ganggreenbeachclub.com. I'll be there. Hep will be there. Snowball will be there. A bunch of people will be there, which will be awesome. Lou B will be there, of course. Jake Asman will be there. That's going to be a terrific time. So if you want more information, go to ganggreenbeachclub.com. If you want to buy tickets, go to ganggreenbeachclub.com. They're $25 a pop. Jake just said we've sold over 100 tickets so far, which is amazing. Terrific. And on top of that, that's what you could do to buy them. But I'm giving away 2 free tickets. So you and a friend, it's free if you spend $3 on the channel, I guess. That's the only amount. But the tickets alone are worth $50 in terms of value. And as long as you spend under $50, you're getting your money back. Plus, there's some other items we're giving away. So we'll give this away on July 1st. So throughout the entire month of June, you guys can buy raffle tickets with your memberships or super chats or whatever you prefer. On top of the 2 tickets where you and a friend can come to the Gang Green Beach Club event, we have 2 exclusive items from the NFL draft in Pittsburgh. I had the great pleasure of going to the draft. It was my first draft ever. It was on my bucket list, and I will never be able to thank Luby enough for inviting me into the pit and to spend time with Johnny Boy, which was tremendous. And I got a few items that initially I was going to keep because I want to keep as many mementos as possible from the draft, but I also wanted to spread it out with you guys. So there's 2 cool items here. There's a beautiful New York Jets 2026 NFL draft canvas. It's about 15 inches by 15 inches. If I had to guess, I didn't pull out a ruler, but it's got a Jets logo painted on it. It's got a couple of footballs with the NFL draft logo as Jets written all over it. This was a special gift from the Jets that maximum 11 of us got. This special canvas gift for being in the pit. It was from the New York Jets as a gift for being there, and it's amazing. And so that we're going to give away. And then we have a rally towel. It has the NFL draft logo on it, and it says the pick is in all capital letters. We were this one in particular I'm giving you, I was swinging above my head during the draft. So you get a rally towel live from the draft. You get a canvas from the draft that has Jets on it. And then the Gang Green Beach Club event, 2 tickets for you and a friend. You can do whatever you want with the tickets. If you are in some other part of the, country or a different country entirely and you can't attend the event, you could give those away to your fellow coffee club members if they're your friends or whatever you want to do. They're your tickets to do with as you please. So 2 tickets, you and a friend, or give them away. A rally towel for the draft and a canvas from the draft. All really, really cool items. And again, all you have to do to be eligible is spend $3 on the channel, and you're in the running, baby. Some very, very cool items. Very cool items. So a shout out to whoever ends up winning that. We'll give that away officially on July 1st, and then announce our next raffle for the new month coming up after that, which is awesome. I'll also say this real quick as we're going through all this. The Jets have a new kicker. And before we get to that kicker, let's kick it off with our number 1 Austrian Jets fan gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Baby, yes, sir. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. There we go, number 1 Austrian Jets fan. You now have 8 raffle tickets to our contest. Thank you so much for all your support as always, buddy. And on your own journey yourself that you've been keeping me posted with on Discord of getting back into it. So I love seeing you getting healthier and healthier, number 1 Austrian Jets fan. You're a legend. and we love you. And eventually you're going to be coming to our tailgate. I can't wait for that. That membership went to She Loved Me on Payday. Jesus. Okay. Well, She Loved Me on Payday. You are now a member to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Good Lord have mercy. That was okay. Yeah, you guys can make your names whatever you want there in the audience, I guess. That's hilarious. But yes, we have a new kicker. Younghoe Koo, goodbye. Gone. No longer with us. He's still alive, but he's now gone. So Younghoe Koo is out the door. Apparently shanked some kicks pretty badly, and not good. Well, he's been tossed out the door, and the Jets have brought in Jason Sanders. Now, the name should be incredibly familiar. He spent the first 8 years of his career with the Miami Dolphins. He missed all of last season with a hip issue. He had most recently spent the last 3.5 months with the New York Giants. He got cut this week when they signed Odell Beckham Jr., Juju Smith-Schuster, and Braxton Berrios. He got cut. He got let go, and the Jets scoop him up. I'll tell you on Jason Sanders, to be candid, he's really good, man. When healthy. That's the key, of course. He did not play last season, but his most recent season he played, which was the 2024 year at Miami, he had a 90% conversion rate. He has an 84% career conversion rate, which is just a little less than what Younghoe Koo's was. Like, Jason Sanders pretty good, so that is a worthwhile investment by the New York Jets. Why not? Keep trying. Keep spinning the wheel. And boy, oh boy, the Jets have a short leash on these kickers, right? So you sign Will Ferrin, the former BYU kicker, after the draft. You bring him in, and you say, "Hey, you're a guy." And after rookie minicamp, he had a bad performance. He got cut. They gave him $20,000 guaranteed. He left. We had Lenny Krieg, the German guy, and we didn't really know much about him. And now he's gone. Apparently, he had a bad practice. He's gone. We had Younghoe Koo, bad practice. He's gone. Now we're down to a final two right now. Cade York and Jason Sanders. Now, according to Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic, of course, anything, I guess, can change with some horrible practices. We have some more OTAs this week. We've got mentor minicamp from June 16th to the 18th, which is the last piece of the offseason until training camp. And sure, I guess if bad practices happen, they could make another change. But according to Zach Rosenblatt, he believes this is the final two. Cade York or Jason Sanders will be the Jets' starting kicker, barring something unforeseen. And Jason Sanders has he's a former first-team All-Pro in 2020. He led the league in scoring that year. He was on the All-Rookie team back in 2018. Now, both of those things were 8 and 6 years ago. But 2 years ago, because, again, he didn't play last season, the year before, he had 90% conversion rate with the Dolphins. So let's keep trying. Let's keep swinging. So, Jason Sanders, fingers crossed that you are, in fact, the guy. And hopefully so. So I like it. I like the addition. Sorry, Younghoe Koo would have been great. But let's see if we could get this right. NC Green says, wonder why Daniel Carlson has not been considered. We did bring in his brother a couple years ago, Anders Carlson. I'm not sure. Maybe he will eventually be considered. Who knows? Remember, note, Nick Folk did not join the team until a few days into training camp in late July. We are in June. So you never know. You never know. Speaking of a little after June, folks, Jets Browns. Okay, we're coming, baby. We're coming. The Week 5 tailgate for Jets Browns. I will be co-hosting it with my brother-in-arms, James Woody. Let me throw this poster up on the screen real quick for you guys out there in the audience. Okay? So if you're just hearing about this, we hosted a great party last year with Chef Kevin Gilbert, Lou B, Super Jets fan, James Woody was there, and so many of you great coffee club members were out there in the audience. You got to experience the first one. Well, now you have a chance to double dip, baby. If you missed it last year, well, it's time to make up for it and come to this one. If you were there last year, you already know how crazy of a great time this is going to be. Myself and James Woody, another Jets content creator, are hosting a tailgate ahead of a Jets game. That is Week 5, Sunday, October 11th, between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. The night before, Saturday, October 10th, my beautiful fiance's birthday, We will be doing a restaurant takeover where it's a more lax atmosphere, and you guys will all be able to join us at the Cloverleaf Tavern in Caldwell, New Jersey, in the private room I've already booked upstairs. More details on that to come here in the coming weeks. But for the game, we are doing a tailgate package that you guys can be a part of. The tailgate on Sunday, October 11th starts at 10 a.m., okay? And kickoff for the game is at 1 o'clock. So the tailgate will end around noon or 12:30. Lets you have enough time to get to the stadium. And here is the price. $300 per person. And this is everything $300 includes. You get a ticket in the 100s section. Last year, we had a $300 package where you had tickets in the 200s, which was better than the year previously where we were in the 300s. So we're increasing your seat without increasing the price. So pretty cool. So we will have it in the 100s. I'll know specifically our section here within the next week or so. I should know specifically, and we'll make a brand new poster with the specific section and things of that nature. But the Jets are looking for the money, and I'd love for you guys to come. It's $300 total. You get a ticket, game ticket in the 100s where you sit with me, Woody, and everybody else. You get a tailgate ticket that is food cooked by professional Chef Kevin Gilbert, who is magnificent. I don't need to sell him any more than that, but he is. He's terrific. And the menu will be great. People are asking about the menu. It will be last year, but I'll confirm everything with Chef here. We'll have a menu to show on screen and things of that nature. So we'll keep you posted on that. See, Craig Mechanics is asking about that. But we'll have food provided by Chef Kevin Gilbert live. He's cooking it live there at the tailgate. We'll have drinks provided, non-alcoholic drinks, water, Gatorades, things of that nature. Woody will have you guys all covered on that. And that is BYOB on drink, so you guys can bring your own booze. The Jets are cracking down on people that are doing anything crazy with alcoholic drinks. So bring your own, folks. And, we'll bring some coolers. We'll bring some, but it's sort of BYOB, a little looser on that. But we will have, I guarantee, at least water and Gatorade. But also, you guys can bring your own booze if you prefer that. And you'll have a Rally Game Day towel. We're working on a custom towel for the game. It'll have Jets, Browns. It'll be like a commemorative towel that you can use during the game and also remember the event forever. So terrific. So, folks, it's $300 per person. If you are interested, this all sounds fun. You're like, I want to party with Woody and Jets Worldwide, who's obviously here on the screen, Snowball and Johnny Boy and everybody, then please reach out ASAP to my email, paulasdenjr@gmail.com, or go in the YouTube description down below. There's a sign-up sheet. You guys can put your name down. I need your first and last name. Do you want to sit with us at the game? If so, how many seats do you need? Do you want a tailgate ticket? We have about 50 tailgate tickets left, give or take. That's sort of a spitball number. I've been looking over the numbers, and I'm waiting for a few things to finalize here. For my numbers as I'm going through them, I'm waiting for payment from a bunch of people. But we have about, give or take, 50-ish. It may be a little less than that, tailgate tickets left. And there's a few people that are set to pay, so that number could continue to shrink. We have 100 tailgate tickets to sell. Once they're sold out, it's donezo. So if you are interested, let us know. Tailgate tickets are $50 a pop. The full package is $300. So, folks, feel free to enjoy. Come on down. It's going to be a great time. And again, once we have everything finalized in terms of exactly where the seat is, I'll make a brand new poster that has all the details. We'll have a menu worked out where you can see it on the screen with all the food that'll be there and everything of that nature. But can't wait. Can't wait. It's going to be great. So thank you for all the support so far. All right, let's do this, folks. There's no Nick Faria today, beat reporter from New York Jets on SI. He had a situation come up, unfortunately. Our thoughts are out with Nick Faria at this time, but he cannot be here on the show today. So no Nick Faria. No Nick Faria. Big Islander fan asks, how does BYOB curtail drinking? It's not about the curtailing drinking. I don't mind if you guys drink. It's about the Jets are, just to lay it bluntly here before we go to the phone lines, illegally distributing alcohol, like, without a liquor license and stuff like that. I've heard, horror stories about tailgates getting shut down and crazy bleep like that happening. So it's not about curtailing drinking. I don't mind if you guys drink. It's a football tailgate, but they get in trouble with the selling of booze. So as we are presenting it, we are not selling booze. We are bringing water. We're bringing Gatorade. We're bringing non-alcoholic drinks for people that want. And if you want to bring booze, like let's say you're a Jameson guy, someone was last year or something, we're not stopping you from bringing your own bottle or doing something of that nature. If you want, feel free. But I'm not just outright, I'm not an alcohol salesman or anything of that nature. So there's just rules about that. So again, all I'm saying is we will have water and Gatorade if you come to our tailgate. And if you want, BYOB, bring yourself some booze. We have coolers available. So if you bring your booze, we can put it in ice and make it cold for everybody so you could share it. So let us know. We'll let you know. Robert 807, is the 100 section behind the opposing team's bench? That's a good question. It depends. So we're either, I don't think we'd be behind anyone's bench in the 100 section. So it's end zone level seating. So it's either going to be straight back of the end zone or corner end zone, like a tunnel where players come out. So it'll be one of those two options on the shaded side of the stadium. So no, it won't be hundreds like 50-yard line. It's hundreds end zone or corner shot end zone. Those are the two spots that we're looking at. And what we will continue to do, because my mission to you guys is I want you guys to have the greatest experience of all time. That's my mission from me to you. I want us to have the best seats, everything. And sometimes we take risks or gambles, whatever you want to call it. 100s are better than 200s, maybe. Like, I guarantee it's closer to the field. But, like, maybe we'll be in the 100s and people say, you know what, I prefer the 200s. I prefer a higher level shot of the field. Okay. Or maybe people eventually want to say, hey, we want to spend more to be more midfield, and we're willing to pay more for price. Maybe that. So I'm going to get a lot of, as we continue to do this, we're going to test things out. And if you guys don't like them and you want me to change back to this, that, or the other, we'll do that. So that's my promise to you guys. Ali Shana says, are you bringing Mountain Dew? No, I won't be. I am now on day 4 or 5, whatever it's been, 4, I guess. We're in June 4th. I've not had a Mountain Dew yet. I've only drank water. So I'm doing very well right now. Very well. Good workouts. I hit the treadmill last night for 3 or 4 miles, or 2 or 3. I don't know. Whatever it was a couple miles. So that was good. It was at least 2. While I was doing the Knicks game last night, watching the Knicks game. So that was good. So we're doing excellent. So that's terrific. So yeah. So anywho, anybody again on tailgate, last message here, then we'll open up the phone lines is, if you are interested in hopping on over, feel free to come on down. There'll be Lou B and the B Sprinter, DJ music playing. We'll have food, Chef Kevin Gilbert. That'll be spectacular. And it'll be great. If you want food, you have to buy a tailgate ticket, but you're more than welcome to just come around and party and hang out if you'd like. That's all fair game, but the food and drinks will be restricted for the people that bought a ticket. So just keep that in mind, everyone out there in the universe. All right, everybody, let's do this. Let's take a hep time out. We got more coming up right here on Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show. We'll welcome more of your phone calls after this short break.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts. We're up to nearly 300 people in the room. Appreciate that. Make sure you guys like the video here on YouTube and hit subscribe across our social media portals. We appreciate that out there in the audience. Let's roll. And Ricky New York Live says, I don't drink. It's okay. You don't have to drink. You can have a great time at the tailgate without drinking. If you prefer drinking, you guys can do that too. It's all up to you in the universe, whatever you want to do. I want to be sober. Well, I don't drink a lot anyway, but I want to be sober for the game. I want to enjoy the football game. That's why I'm coming. So, but hey, to each your own out there in the audience. All right, let's go to the phone line. Send us a pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. Let's go to Bing Bong. Johnny Boy's here.
I have no take. I just want to show you this. That's all.
Okay. 1-0. Go New York, go New York, go.
Thank you, Boy Green. Have a great day. Go Knicks.
Wow, there you go. Short, sweet, and right to the point. Tip the cap to the New York Knicks. There you go. Game 1. Hey, you took it in San Antonio. I respect it. See, you can utilize these calls for a lot of different reasons. You could share a take. You could just give a comment. You can share a stance. And that is delivered. Salute, Johnny Boy. All right, let's go back to the phone lines here. Carl is back, baby, in the beautiful outdoors. Look at that. Under the gazebo. That's nice. What's going on, Carl?
How you doing today?
Swell.
Good, good. Anyway, couple of things. I'm really looking forward to the tailgate. I mean,
Me too, man.
every time you talk about it, I get more excited about it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I live in Virginia, so if anybody needs a ride up and they're on my way or whatever, I know we have a lot of time between now and then, so
Sure.
Just keep it in mind. We can arrange something.
Awesome.
And hey, today's the big day for me, Paul.
Well, yeah.
I finally, after all this time, I go get my spinal injections.
Oh, thank God. All right. Hopefully that makes things a little easier for you, man.
Yeah, and I'm hoping when I wake up tomorrow, I'll be able to feel better. That
Mhm. Yeah, I hope so
Uh,
too, man. That's a back is the most debilitating, and you know more than anybody, but a back is the most
yeah.
debilitating thing in the world, man.
I mean, I'm not looking forward to getting them.
Right. Yeah.
I had a bad experience with them one time,
Oh.
but what are you going to do? You close your eyes and just do it.
Yeah, I guess so. Right?
Anyway, getting back to the Jets, I think I'm getting more excited every week.
Mhm.
I think that we're going to shock a lot of people this year. I mean, I
Mhm.
know I say that every year you get excited, but this year I really do feel good about it. I feel excited. I feel like there's tangible talent on this team
Mhm.
that you can literally see. Not just hope this guy's going to be good or hope. I think there's guys that we can feel really good that they're going to do well this year. And we got some good talent,
Mhm.
and I'm just excited about it. I'm
Me too.
excited about. Yeah, I'm excited about everything. Anyway, listen, I'll let somebody else get on, and just wanted to get check in and say hi. And again, real excited about the tailgate.
Thank you, Carl. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to see you. The tailgate is electric. I'll tell you this. Here's a story. If you guys haven't tailgated before, so I've never been on a cruise before. I'd never been on a cruise. I know Carl's actually been on a cruise. He's called us on a cruise before. I've never been on a cruise before, but I'm always like, when this was brought up previously, I'm like, eh. Like, what if I don't like the cruise? Like, I'm in the middle of the water. It's too late. So I was always a little heebie-jeebie on the whole cruise thing. But eventually, my fiance's family is like, come on, let's get on the cruise. I'm like, all right, you crazy bastards, I'll get on the cruise. And I was like, wow, this is great. Not great for weight and my whole diet journey. If I would have been on that, not good at all. Ever flowing drinks, buffets on every level of the boat. And I'm just like, oh, dear Lord. And as all the great, terrible stuff out there in the universe, I'm like, oh, burger, sure. Fries, all right. The delicious. Oh, it's, I'm even thinking about it. It's crazy. So, but I had thought like, I'm not so sure about a cruise. And I tried. I'm like, you know what? That wasn't bad. Now, some things I've tried in my life, I'm like, wow, that's terrible. Never want to do that again. But, out there in the universe, I wasn't a big tailgate guy. My dad was not a big tailgate guy. We've gone to 1,000 football games, and he's just hey, let's get into the stadium. Let's get our concessions. Let's sit in our seats, and boom, that's it. That's how my dad operated. So you're a product of your environment. So that's always how I operated. So I was never really a tailgate guy until I started running or being a part of these tailgates. So people, I highly recommend it. Great camaraderie with your fellow Jet fans. It's going to be amazing. And like I said, there will be another option available. If you don't want to go to the game or don't want to do the tailgate, we will have the night before at the Cloverleaf Tavern. It was an amazing experience last year. I'm going to do some giveaways for the people that decide to go to the restaurant takeover, some special giveaways for people in attendance. So you guys will be able to swing by. Even if you're not going to the game or tailgate at all, you can go to the takeover. That's what Dave Briga says he wants to try to potentially go to the restaurant takeover the night before. That's October 10th, Saturday night. I'd love it if you guys can go on down there. So, that is unbelievable. Before we go back to the phone lines, NC Green says, BG, you died before the cruise, you can indulge uncontrollably. It's a great plan. Yeah. If I should go on another cruise before I'm dead. And at that point, I am going to say, screw the diet. But I've done pretty good so far. Good working out. We have this, it's not like a full, like blown treadmill, that thing, but it's just one that goes on the ground. And I ran like 2 or 3 miles while the Knicks game was going on. I got to enjoy the full Knicks game. I was watching the TV while I'm running. And then on breaks, I was still running. And I got off after doing all that. And I looked at the watch. It was telling me like, hey, you did all these wonderful things. I'm like, you know what? That I could do that because my dad, last story, and then we'll get back to the phone lines. My dad, he used to run aggressively. He ran a ton on the treadmill. And when we were kids, he'd run on the treadmill and we'd watch wrestling that we VHS taped recorded from the night before. And we would rewatch the Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. And my job was to make sure, have you ever heard that Be Kind, Please Rewind? Some of our younger members of the audience, probably not. Blockbuster, you have to rewind the tape before you turn it in. So like the next person doesn't get the movie and they're like, damn it, it's at the end. Then you got to stop it and hit rewind to go all the way back. A real jerk does that. But for the rewind, I had to make sure I was responsible for making sure we're at the beginning of the tape. So when I set to record on Raw, that it didn't like stop recording. So we used to record those tapes and watch it while my father was like aggressively running on the treadmill and us as kids huddled around the TV. And there was like this core memory in my mind I haven't thought about till just now in forever. And now walking on the treadmill, all my kids were asleep. It was like 11 o'clock at night, but walking on the treadmill, I'm like, hey, I could do this. I could flip that version and I'm the guy running on the treadmill. I could do that while watching shows and get something out of it. So again, this journey has been very uplifting. That's for sure. All right, let's go back to the phone lines here. It's Hep time, baby. What's up, Hep?
Hey, Paul. I worked a million cruises. I worked so many cruises, I thought I was in the Beetle Navy. It was crazy.
Is it as good as it seems? Because like I've seen, because when we went on the cruise, there's like comedians and other entertainers, and they obviously got to stay on the cruise. I assume as part of the perks of doing it on top of getting paid. And I said, man, that's the life. You get just cruise all over the place, and you have to do a couple of shindigs while you're there over the week or 10 days or something. But like you get to be on a cruise, like that's got to be awesome. Yeah.
Well, I was lucky to get when you're by yourself, it's not so great because then you're like the lonely guy walking, But when a few times I was able to take Carol, Mrs. Hep, with me, and those were fun times. Then we did like ballroom dancing, and you did all the activities that you can do and stuff. But like you said, you could really eat yourself into a coma in those places.
Sure. 100%.
There was a whole routine I had though, because I didn't want to shower in the room, so I would go to the gym. And and the shower in the room was like the size of a closet, really small. Right. But in the gym, it's huge, and they have steam baths and everything. So I'd do a good workout and do my shower there, shave and all that stuff right in that place. Yeah, it's a whole routine you get once you work it. As the playing in the Beatle thing, I was able to do like at least I had 3 other guys with me. The comedians are the guys that are the real lonely guys.
100%. They're by himself. He's just a one-man show. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So, but anyway, I wanted to talk about, it seems Geno has a favorite target. Did you notice that?
Yes, and apparently that is Adonai Mitchell. And I've heard a little bit about Omar Cooper and obviously Garrett, but yeah, that's the one I keep hearing about. Zach Rosenblatt wrote a story about it yesterday about like Geno loves taking deep shots, and Adonai Mitchell loves running deep routes to catch said deep shots. So, like, to me, it's, I don't want to say surprising. You don't know till you start, like, it's like almost like a single and mingle party that, people are just sort of rubbing elbows, getting around, and you just see sort of the chemistry that exists. And as you work, and yeah, apparently Geno's been fitting in some crazy balls to Adonai Mitchell. And I'm like, wow, that's terrific news. That's great.
Yeah, I think so too. And concerning your Mountain Dew, I would have a glass of your Mountain Dew this week at some point.
Yeah.
Have a glass just to say, okay, I touched base with it, and then leave it alone again.
Okay.
Don't.
Yeah, because that's what I thought in my head. Should I just do
Yeah.
it like on a Sunday or something, like a
Maybe.
special once a week, and just like a glass of it, and just have it with dinner or something, and just like do it, and that's like, hey, like, you didn't just completely abandon ship, but you controlled. Like, so yeah, I've thought about that. So we'll see if I do it like once at some point this week. I've thought about it a few times because Chef Kevin Gilbert called the other day, and I opened the fridge and there's frosted cold Mountain Dew just sitting right there waiting to be drank, and I'm like. No, you're stronger than this, Paul. So there's been a few times where I've been close, but I didn't do anything. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, you're doing good. I'll see you guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Hep, for joining us here on the program. Hep, HEP, baby. Let's go. Jared B says, F that. Just stop drinking it entirely, which I've considered. I've just said, like, maybe, like, does one set you off? There's like one, and all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, that's the taste I missed. And then I just go nuts for it. I don't know. So maybe I should just stop. Slippery slope, Jared B says. Slippery slope. Maybe it could be. Everything in moderation, I suppose. Yo Home says, you can drink Mountain Dew, just keep it under the caloric requirement. There you go. Yeah, that's the other thing I haven't done yet of like, I'm this much, I'm trying to get this. How many calories should I have a day? I'm just monitoring it. So like, for instance, Tuesdays here locally, there's a local meat shop that does subs, buy two, get one free. And I work a lot with the baseball game. So I got another, let's see, what's today? The 4th. I got a baseball game today, tomorrow, and Saturday. So you just get these sandwiches. You can sort of spread them out. It's an easy thing to sort of grab. But the thing I've never done before, like when I'm having a sandwich and I want chips, I just dump as many chips on the plate as I want. I don't consider anything with the chips. I'm like, yeah, I'm about this hungry, and then I'll eat them all. This week, anytime I'm having like a sandwich and some chips, I read the serving size. I'm like, oh, I'm allowed to have 13 chips. All right. I say, oh, okay, cool. 13 chips. I'll have 13 chips. So I've been pretty religious about that, but I haven't done the calorie thing yet, which I maybe I did back in football. Maybe I would look at that sort of stuff and count it, but like I haven't done that in a long time. Jared B says intermittent fasting. There's free apps for it. Works and it's easy. Yeah, maybe that's another possibility. Bless you, BG. Appreciate that, Craig. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, so we're going through all this together. That's a beautiful thing. We're going through all this together. R&R Party says you won't miss garbage when you start feeling better, which, again, I feel like I do. When I've been thirsty, again, I think something that really helps and is we have a water cooler in our house. Now, I'll be honest. When my fiance first brought up, hey, we should get a water cooler for the house, I always said, what a ridiculous bougie ass thing to suggest. I get a water cooler in my house. What am I, the Rockefellers or something? And she explained it, and it actually saves money if you drink a lot of water. Instead of buying 24 packs of water or anything, like it saves water. It's ice cold, so you get it. That's how the machine works. You get it ice cold as long as it's plugged in for a while, and you save a bunch of money. And you're not wasting bottles that you're buying and throwing out or something. So we have a water cooler in our house, so it's actually easy. When I'm thirsty, I just go over to a glass, whoop, fill it up, drink it, boom, I get the water I want. I'm working out a lot, so if I'm running or if I'm on the treadmill or I'm walking around the neighborhood, as soon as I get back, I'm thirsty, boom, water. I've got a few like energy bars or whatever that are like protein bars or whatever the hell they are. And so I've been having that for breakfast. I haven't been having some crazy breakfast. I've been having the bar. Okay, bar. Cool. Like I'm hungry. So I do this Boy Green Daily, do a few things. I have an interview coming up, so we'll be on for a few more minutes. But if I get hungry after all that, I grab a bar real quick, do some laps, have the bar, eat that for breakfast, and come back here to work. So yeah, it's been going very good. It's been going very well. So appreciate that. Taylor says, BG, one will set you back. Don't drink it. All right. I'll try to avoid it. I'll try to avoid it. In my head, I was going to do it once, but yeah, Mark Schicchetti says the first one will trigger you. Yeah, I'll probably just stay off it. I'm doing well right now. I'm not thinking about it. So yeah. I have heard a few people say this. I want to having a problem with the BG emojis. Jared B, our moderator, says it's some sort of an iPhone issue that they're having right now. So they're working on it behind the scenes. Has nothing to do with me, unfortunately, but hopefully they fix it soon. So if you are a member of the Boy Green Coffee Club or the Boy Green Espresso Club, we have custom emojis that are all made by our friends over at Jets Worldwide. They are working on that behind the scenes from what I hear. But I don't know when that will be fixed, but hopefully soon. So apologies to anybody that's disrupting your experience in any way. Brother Yeti said, I used to record videos from MTV and episodes of G.I. Joe. And I'm trying to think if there's anything beyond wrestling that we recorded. Like, I was the guy responsible. So we had a blank tape or tape that had other stuff on it, and you could, like, record over it. But my job was to pop it in the VCR, stop, rewind, get it all the way back to the beginning of the tape. And then when we're ready to record, like, for instance, I remember July 4th or around there, we were doing fireworks, and before I could do fireworks, my pop said, hey, go run in the house and start recording for Monday Night Raw. And then I had to stop, rewind, go in, and then like, Raw's coming up, turn it on the channel, and then boop, boop, play, record, and then we went back outside. So wrestling is what we did it most for. Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, stuff like that. Maybe we did it for other stuff. I just can't remember. JR327, great advice. Don't go on a cruise if you're on a diet. Good advice. Good insights. I'm hoping that, like, I don't even know if I would call what I'm doing a diet. I just feel like I'm eating healthier. Like, because, for instance, I had, like, chicken, and I'm just trying to think of random stuff that I've eaten. Like a roast beef sandwich. I don't know if that's a diet thing or not a diet thing, but, like, I'm just trying to be more cognizant. I'm having a sandwich, but I'm having this amount of chips. I'm having portion control. Like, my fiance may make a huge dinner, but I have like 2 or 3 pieces of chicken, and it's not like big piece of chicken. They're smaller. They're thin chicken cutlets, and almost like a thin crust pizza. I have a couple of those, and whatever the side dish is, some mashed potatoes, but like this much mashed potatoes. So I'm not sure if I would even call what I'm doing a diet, but I'm just trying to be more cognizant of everything I'm putting into my body, working out, calories, intake, all that sort of stuff. So, but I appreciate everyone in the audience that has resonated with it. So hopefully you guys are all on your journeys. I'll be weighing in once a week. It'll be every Monday, I guess, right before the show. So there you go. Terrific. Well, why don't we do this, folks? We got an interview coming up here on the channel for the MC Show digital channel. Lurch, my partner, is heading down to New York to enjoy all the Knicks action. So good for him. That is terrific. So I got an interview to go do for that channel. I'll do that here in a few minutes, but a couple of quick shout outs here. First off, Indy, hit the like button. It's free. That is true. Make sure you guys do me a favor, and on the way out, like the video. It is free to do. Also, shout out to Terrence Hill, who was able to switch his handle. I know we all had names here on YouTube, and then it went to handles, and then it went back to names, then it went back to handles. So Terrence Hill, no longer T Smooth. He is now Terrence Hill once again, or Smooth T, whichever one it was. Now he's Terrence Hill again, so now it's all fixed. So appreciate that. So shout out to Terrence out there in our audience. And thank you to everyone that gifted from NC Green to number one Austrian Jet fan. Appreciate you guys out there in the audience, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, that's it. I appreciate it. Well, let's go, everybody. Appreciate you. Thanks for tuning into the show. Got an interview, like I said, coming up. We'll have another Boy Green Daily tomorrow. Bob Lederer returns to the program. And again, last week we had Mark Smolinski on from Super Bowl III, which was an amazing conversation. If you guys did not watch that interview, I can't recommend it enough. Last week we interviewed Mark Smolinski, a member of the Super Bowl III team, and we got to be with his wife, Janice, and what an amazing conversation, and a big salute to history. We have an edited version in our video section here on YouTube where it doesn't include any of our OTAs or Kenyon Sadiq or anything like that. It just has intro of Mark Smolinski and then right into the Mark Smolinski interview. So if you guys do want to go check out that interview, make sure you guys do that. Like the video on the way out. Hit subscribe, folks, and we'll be back with some more New York Jets talk tomorrow morning. Take care, everybody.